Hello there, SirCrow Itachi InAnime here with a new section of videos called One Piece Theories. On these videos I'm going to first talk about what we know based on the evidence and facts. Then I'll go to the theories, and this time it will be about the ancient weapons. Therefore, I will divide the theory in sections. What and where is Uranus? Are there more ancient weapons? If yes, how many, where, what or who are there? Finally, we will also talk about Vegapunk's creation for the government called Model Flame, if it is or not an ancient weapon. Well then, Hajimeru yo! The ancient weapons are mass destruction weapons. They are not limited only to inanimate objects, but they can also be living beings. Until now, we have the knowledge of three ancient weapons: Pluton, Poseidon, and Uranus, each named after a mythological god, especially from the Greek-Roman mythology. Let's start with what we know of Pluton. Although Pluton hasn't yet appeared, it has been referred a number of times. First mentioned on Alabasta Arc, it has been referred to as an ancient battleship capable of massive damage and destruction, constructed on Water 7 sometime during the 8th century. That's where Frankie kept Pluton's blueprint, and now hidden somewhere below Old Wano country at the foot of the submerged Mount Fuji. Now, what we know of Poseidon was a mermaid 800 years ago that had the power to talk and presumably to control the Sea Kings. Currently, this power is inherited by Princess Shirahoshi, first mentioned on Skypiea Arc. Finally, what we know of Uranus? Nothing. Just that it was mentioned first time by Neptune on Fishman Island Arc. Before talking about what is Uranus, we need to talk about what are the connections or similarities of the three ancient weapons. As I mentioned before, those three ancient weapons have the name of a Greek-Roman mythology god, Pluton being Hades in Greek, Poseidon being Neptune in Roman, and Uranus being Caelus in Roman. For example, Pluto or Hades ruled the underworld. All that was below Earth belonged to him. It is said that Pluton, the ancestral weapon, was buried deep down somewhere in Alabasta. However, it was really somewhere deep in Wano. Plus, Hades was always a destructive, rebellious god, just as we can see with Pluton's ancestral weapon, a mass destruction weapon. With Poseidon, he was the ruler of the sea. In the anime, Shirahoshi, the current Poseidon ancestral weapon, can rule all the sea kings of the sea. With this analogy, the Greek god Uranus was the personification of the sky. So does that mean that Uranus has some powerful power that evolves the sky? Probably. In my last video of One Piece manga 1086, I talked about the government new weapon created by Vegapunk called Model Flame. Now, there is a possibility that Vegapunk created Uranus, and it is being called Model Flame by Im-sama. It makes sense since this weapon is kind of flying over the sky. However, I think this is not the case because of the premise of its name, Model Flame. Uranus is Zeus' grandfather, not grandma or mother. Plus, Uranus is from the sky. Its power must then be something related with wind. However, the weapon has a flame in its name. There is a theory I saw years ago in a social media post talking about Uranus, and I think this theory is accurate. Since Uranus has something to do with the sky, it is logical to conclude that its power is something related with the wind. However, since it's the personification of the sky, then that means that he can see everything. He is like the eye of God. So what if Uranus is something that can show you what you want to see, but something that is true? So like Uranus is not like the magic mirror of Harry Potter. No, what if it is more like the mirror from the Snow White movie? So Uranus is kind of that magic mirror, or a crystal ball that the witches uses. So okay, we have the theory of what Uranus is. The next question is, where or who is it? I think it's an object that can transform in a symbolic way what you want to see once you ask a question. So ladies and gentlemen, I theorize that we have already seen Uranus, and Im-sama has it. Yes, we have seen it in the same episode when Im-sama was going to the dungeons of Pangea Castle, where the next thing we see is a big straw hat. Yes, that's Uranus. Why? Well, there is also a theory that this big straw hat is Joy Boy's hat, but there is still no evidence of that Joy Boy was a giant. So why then did Uranus transform in a big straw hat? The reason is, what was Im-sama asking? There is two possible questions Im-sama asked, which I think the second question might be the accurate. But first, remember, Im-sama, while going down, she brought with her posters with the faces of Luffy, Shirahoshi, Blackbird, and Vivi. Having this in mind, one of the questions might be, who of these individuals is the most dangerous being? Or, who of these individuals is the reincarnation of Joy Boy? Having said that question, Uranus heard and began transforming into a big straw hat, symbolizing that Luffy is the most dangerous being or Luffy is the reincarnation of Joy Boy. It's like saying, mirror mirror, who of these individuals is the reincarnation of Joy Boy? And then the magic mirror shows you a big straw hat. I like more the second question because that will explain also the big hole that the manga 1044 created. This hole was spotted by other YouTuber, and this is what he said. Looks like the bald man from the Gorosei says that the world government has always tried to obtain the gum gum fruit, but at all those times, it has gotten out of hands for 800 years. If these guys knew about it so long, it is completely illogical and unreal and unthinkable that they did not do something with Luffy since East Blue. They have no excuse. But now, having in consideration that Im-sama asked Uranus who is Joy Boy, well, it makes sense now why the Gorosei said that at that time. Im-sama learned the truth. She told the Gorosei that Luffy has a Nika fruit, and there is where the 5 elders realized that Luffy was really a dangerous being who ate the Gangan fruit, which they didn't know it was really Nika fruit. The other thing that might be interesting to know is that Uranus can also be the secret treasure that the world government is hiding, just as what the Flamingo was saying before Im-sama revealed us a big straw hat. To answer this question, we still need to ask if there is another connection between the ancient weapons. Well, yes, the 3 of them are also names of the planets of our solar system. They are the last 3 planets. Just to clarify, Pluton is not a planet anymore. It is now considered a dwarf planet. However, Arabasta arc, where Pluton was first mentioned, was released in 2000 to 2002 in the manga. On the other hand, Pluto stopped being considered a planet in 2006. So when Oda had the idea to name ancient weapons as the planets of our solar system, he started backwards to forward, and at that time Pluto was still considered a planet. That is what happened with Pluto. What about Poseidon? Poseidon is not part of our solar system. True, but Poseidon is the Greek name of Neptune, another planet that follows after Pluto or before Pluto. So therefore Poseidon / Neptune is also part of our solar system, and well, Uranus is still the same. Having this knowledge, this could mean that there could be 9 ancient weapons in total, because there are in total 8 planets in our solar system, plus Pluto. But where are they? In chapter 1073, the last page reveals us one of the names of the 5 elders from the Gorosei. His name is Saint J. Garcia Saturn. Previous videos ago I claimed that Saturn then might be an ancient weapon. It is not a casualty that Oda decided to reveal us the first name of the 5 elders being this Saturn, the planet before Uranus. In that same video I claimed that would mean that the other 4 elders have also the name of one of the next planets. The theory was correct and confirmed in chapter 1086. Each of the 5 elders has a planet name: Jupiter, Mars, Eiichiro, which is the beast from Venus, and Valkyrie, which refers to Mercury. In that video I also claimed that it is more likely then that Im-sama is also an ancient weapon, and that the most likely will be the ancient weapon Earth or Gaia or Terra. It is still not confirmed if this is the case, but the theory got stronger once we knew that the 5 elders has the name of the planets of our solar system, but none of them has the most important planet, Earth. There is when, in that video, I claimed that Im-sama could also be an ancient weapon, which would be the ancient weapon of Earth or Gaia. The ancient weapons, really a big and interesting mystery. As this video claims, there could be 9 ancient weapons in total, with different and powerful powers. We might have already seen Uranus, it could be Mother Flame, but I really think it is that big straw hat. Well then, hope you enjoyed this theory video. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe to watch more of these kind of videos. Hope you have a fantastic day and see you in the next video. Matane.